All right, so we have a fun one. As you know, if you follow me on Twitter or if you've watched any other videos, like of course, the President's video that I made, you'll know that I made it to Infinite this season, and primarily that was because of the deck Dino DarkHawk, which, by the way, I can't stand that name. I think it's really dumb. I think the name that I gave it is also equally as dumb, to be honest, but at least it's creative, right? But anyway, Dino DarkHawk, or Dino Hawk, whatever you want to call it, I think is one of the most underrated decks in the game, and I actually think that Darkhawk in general is actually one of the most underrated cards in all of Marvel Snap. There are some caveats to this deck. I think it's a very good deck. I think you can climb with it. I think you can be very successful. But I will say that about half of my climb in my journey from 70 to 100, half of that was pre-nerf for Shuri and everything like that, or pre-nerf to Red Skull, really, which isn't really much of a nerf in all honesty. And there was a lot more Thanos running around. Not to say that you won't run into Thanos. Everyone's climbing is a bit different. Everyone faces different decks for the most part. But if you're seeing a lot of Thanos, great. This is one deck that's going to feed with it. But I'm noticing a lot more Galactus and a lot more Shuri. So I would say the deck can still, of course, climb like I did. It just, it depends on what you're facing against. So make sure you keep that in mind. Deck's pretty straightforward. You want to just either pivot to a game plan as fast as possible, identify your hand. Are we going to do a Devil Dino game plan, or are we looking at a turn 1 Korg, turn 2 like Zabu, into things like Rock Slide, Darkhawk? But the reason this deck is so good is because you can pivot from one to the other, and you can really attack the opponent in 2 different ways. So, but yeah, hope you do well with it. Good luck on your climb, but more importantly, I hope you have fun. That way we maintain 15 power here. Okay, cool. Fighting through a leech. Yeah, so this was the deck that I played to Infinite. The only change I've made from the list that I played personally, as I actually need to fix my camera a little bit. It's a little... Okay, cool. The only change I made was that I put Maria Hill in the deck. Before I had Quinn... Actually, I had no Shang-Chi before, too. So I added Maria Hill and Shang-Chi, cut Quinjet Moongirl, which I'm actually a fan of Quinjet in this deck quite a bit. But I think if you go the route of Maria Hill, you might as well just add like another decent 4-drop that you can cheat out with Zabu. Or not even cheat out, but be more mana efficient with. And Shang-Chi, which is a great card in its own right. I think we just... Man... I mean, we're not going to Korg. We have a pretty good hand, so I'm not too worried about giving myself Lechugia shit. Bar Sinister, I'm curious as what I want to put on it. I haven't quite decided. Okay, so they have a chance to go Iron Man on there, which would kind of suck. I do want to see what they got going on hand. A Blue Marvel. So let's see. If they go Blue Marvel and Bar Sinister, which is kind of what I'm expecting them to do right now, that's 3. Well, hold on. So it's 3 times 4 is 12, and then plus 1, 2, 3, 4. No. How does it multiply? Damn, that math is going to be annoying. Because I don't think I can beat it with like a bunch of rock slides, right? Now, we might draw Mystique. So is this the way to go? I'm telling you, an Iron Man on there would be really shitty if they have the... that's not ideal. Maybe that wasn't the play. But we can do this, right? And that gives them an opportunity to play something big on Throne Room. Hopefully we let them draw some rocks. But I don't think they can win everything. I think we're spreading out our shit pretty nicely. So there's the Blue Marvel. So they're not going for the Blue Marvel Bar Sinister play. I think we just go DarkHawk. Well, how many cards do they have left? So that's 10. DarkHawk is pretty big mid, right? And then we do this. I think we just, because we're revealing first, we have no use of Shang-Chi at the moment. I think that's the line. Yeah, we can't Shang-Chi. There's really no use in Sentineling. Zabu's dead. I mean, technically you could Blue Marvel into Sentinel, which spreads out the power a bit more, but it doesn't equal as much power as we have here, right? This is the most power output we can do, plus this makes the Devil Dino a little bit bigger, actually as big as it possibly can be. We'll have 7 cards in hand. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's as close as we can get. Now, there's very big possibility. 2 cards here is interesting. Possibility one of these might be Iron Man. Yep, there's the Iron Man, which is what I was worried about, in all honesty. Which this is going to surpass this immediately, right? Yeah. So, but why would they put another card here? I'm confused by that. Artem Zola. Oh, that's an interesting play. That's a very interesting play. Yeah. Good play on them. Really good play on them. Actually, ooh, wait. They hit an Iron Man. But we just got... Damn. So we almost won off of the fact that they accidentally hit another Iron Man with their Artem Zola, their second Artem Zola hit. I'm surprised they blindly threw down the Rogue. I mean, they saw these, so I guess it made sense that DarkHawk would go here. But I mean, good call by them. Alright, so we have some action. We got Korg on 1. Hoping we draw into one of our 2 drops. Sentinel Maria Hill or Zabu would all be nice here. I'd be actually pretty happy with any of those. Lamentus. Okay. So we can make this work, right? Sucks we didn't get Sentinel out of this. Sentinel out of this would have been very good. Sentinel would have been very good. And a Limbo game? So they snap. I think we need to just go ahead and play... It feels like they have Moon Girl in hand, right? For this collector. They also have... Yeah, we'll do it. Also have it. Okay, another Lamentus. That does absolutely nothing here. Now... I actually want some info of what they got, because we can hold on to the rescue for now. Yeah, there's the Moon Girl, so I expected the Moon Girl. And the biggest thing they have is a She-Hulk. Thank you very much for that. And we can pass 6, do the classic She-Hulk Taskmaster thing. Or maybe we should have gone rescue here, because we're not going to have a very big dino. Okay, you get your She-Hulk back. Now there's also merit into... I think the play is to pass, right? Okay, they're also passing. They want to have their double She-Hulk. So that sucks. So Shang-Chi's out of the question, right? I think we do this. What are the odds they actually go with the, actually, hold on. We think they're going to try and contest this, right? So what if we... Actually, no, I want to do Taskmaster first. Dino's bigger, right? It's 11. Nothing to snuff at. But if they double She-Hulk here, that's kind of... Oh, a fucking Hobgoblin? Well, this has to win, right? Real. So this is a mirror match, right? And yeah. They just had way more impactful shit. Yeah, Lamentus into Limbo kind of sucks. And also, they had the nuts of having She-Hulk off rip, and then they took a She-Hulk back, so they double She-Hulk. Actually, wait, did they have triple She-Hulk? Did they hit one with Moon Girl? I wasn't paying attention. I do like me some Korg action on Sinister One. And also, I'm a big fan of Zabu on Sinister One. You could double that. But then, basically, when we have these games, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's a little awkward if we hit DarkHawk. I mean, really, in all honesty, a lot of these are kind of awkward. We want to hit Maria Hill more than anything. Oh, great for us. Phenomenal for us. That's very lucky. Okay. They don't really run Shang-Chi for the most part. This Devil Dino's kind of ass. But I gotta do this DarkHawk now because I'm afraid this Sinister One's gonna go bye-bye. No, we still got some action. So if I play Maria Hill on Sinister London, we have 2 slots open remaining. We have 2 1-drops that we're not going to play. If we do that, we're committing to the Devil Dino thing. I don't really like that. I think this actually might be a pass. Yeah, I got to see what I draw into. Shuri. Ugh. Okay. I think we do that here. This might be Captain Marvel, which would really suck. Red Skull. Okay. That's just not gonna do it. A fucking 52 power Red Skull. Should have played Arrow, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I was revealing first. 1 Red Skull would have been manageable. Now, if they had Taskmaster on a Sinister One, though, that's a different story. This Shuri deck, I swear, it just got better. Because the Red Skull is way less punishing to play. You don't get that +2 anymore. It's I don't mind Shuri as the card, really, in all honesty. I don't. But the way they nerfed Red Skull, which was not a nerf at all, it goes from a 5/7 to a 5/9. I'm sure everyone here has heard that math before. But man, I'm just not a fan. Not a fan of that. Okay. You know, 1 really great hit, 1 not so great hit. You know, would have liked that to be like a DarkHawk in hand, right? Of course, we draw the DarkHawk next. Okay. So, hopefully we draw into some action, like a Rock Slide, Korg, start getting this DarkHawk going, because I'm really interested in the potential of DarkHawk Mystique now, rather than Devil Dino Mystique, though Sentinel being drawn does make that a bit more palatable. It's just the fact that White Queen was hit is a little unfortunate. And an Arrow. Okay. Opponent snaps. I don't know what their deck is, so I have no idea why they're snapping, no idea what they're thinking here. Now, Devil Dino might actually not be that bad if we draw into Agent Coulson. That'd be really nice, in all honesty. Bishop. Magic. Okay. Shang-Chi's nice. Now we can actually afford the White Queen here. That Limbo actually helped us a bit. It makes everything a little bit less awkward. Sarah is a little annoying. Okay, so this is the Sarah control list. Now, I'm worried about Scarlet Witch hitting the Limbo. So I just wonder if that's a consideration. Do we just do that? Force them to win Limbo. We'll have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. A 13 power Devil Dino mid. A 13 power Mystique mid. Or not mid, I'm sorry, left. Which gives us 18. They gotta put 11 here. 13 here. And if they go with the Scarlet Witch play, we feel pretty good about it. Right? Unless this is Shang-Chi, which, you know. Okay, so they haven't done that. Okay, Blue Marble. So now, Coulson is great. Coulson is a great draw. We can Korg to buff up this DarkHawk. Coulson here. Right? I think is what we do. I think this is the play. So this goes back to hand with 4. Add 2 more 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. These are actually bigger than they were before now. And then DarkHawk's a little bigger too. Which makes a big deal. Iron Man's always a fucking problem. Mystique Iron Man. Man. So was this a negative deck that just never hit negative, but basically hit it because of the fucking peak? That doesn't work like you think it does, but it doesn't matter. That is some bad running for us, to be honest. Like, what the fuck, man? So they also had a Mystique hit, but they, yeah, this looks like a negative deck that didn't find negative. But I mean, a negative deck hitting a turn 1 peak, hitting Mystique in hand, that effectively does their job for you, right? Something going here. Really haven't ran into things we want to go. Oh my god, is this another fucking Galactus deck? I am so tired of playing against Galactus. You have no idea. I am absolutely fucking sick of it. It is mind-numbingly boring. Similarly to Shuri, in my opinion. And obnoxious. Though, yeah, I mean, Wizard's a little weird, but this might just be a thing where they're trying to get power, you know, for their null. That's what I would assume. And Baku, what a hit. There's Electra. Electra's gonna die. So yeah, this absolutely is Galactus, right? like... I mean, in case they don't have it, we just gotta go for that, right? I mean, this could be just regular Sandman ramp. This could be a Sandman coming down right now. But they keep playing on Warriors Falls, which makes me feel like there's a null going on. Okay. I don't really have much that can benefit, but... I'm trying to think. You know, actually, I think we kind of want to do this. This could be a Doctor Doom. Oh, it's a Galactus. There was the Galactus. Okay. You know, that feels really good. Feels very good, I must say. I must say, that feels so good. You have no idea. I cannot stand this fucking deck. Alright. So we could Zabu on cloning Vats, but I'm trying to think of like the order of play here, right? Not too interested. I mean, I kind of want to hold on this Agent Coulson. We'll do it, even if we just don't end up playing it. I'm not too upset about that. They play their own Zabu, which makes me inclined, not inclined I should say, but like a little bit more willing to... Oh, Zabu Surfer. Now, we can do this. I do like... I am a fan of this. But it does feel like we're going into the route of Dino Mystique this game. Against the Surfer list. So I think we just very simply... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're getting 2 cards here. I guess I'll take the 1 drop. It kind of sucks because now we don't really have much of a chance to draw on Mystique until next turn. You can play Devil Dino and then do nothing. Juggernaut. Very cool, very cool. What else you got going on in the hand of yours? So the biggest thing is Juggernaut. I do like the idea of hitting Surfer here. But is that valuable? We miss out on... Let's get this to 6. I like this line a bit more because it... Yes, we miss out on potentially... We could, you know, go Devil Dino and Cloning Vats, Devil Dino again. And this kind of makes it so Mystique is not a great draw here. But I'm very interested in potentially hitting their Silver Surfer in hand to make their last turn awkward. I do value that quite a bit. Hell Cow is a pretty great draw. So they just go ahead and throw out Silver Surfer immediately. So how big is their deck? 5? It's 10. I don't think that works like I want it to. I mean, then we don't do anything else. Let me see. I wasn't really thinking as I'm playing. I should not have filled this up. So if we do that, Do that. Do that. What are we looking at? Or it might be better to just do this. Because we're losing by more here. I'm confused by what that is. Do they have more surfers in hand? No, right? They didn't Moon Girl, they did nothing like that, right? I'm kind of confused. So we're man. Oh, okay. That makes sense. But they don't have anything mid, so they need this to be a 5-power thing right now. And if this is a Juggernaut, yeah, I'm filled. Which they actually ordered it wrong. They should have gone Jug first. This would have tied here. And then they would have won off difference, right? Yeah, I would have been leading by 3 here. So it's one that we technically should have lost because I made the mistake of filling up that right lane way too soon, which, by the way, don't do that. Please don't do that. Sanctum. That does create more value for Maria Hill and Agent Coulson in this game, which I'm actually way more inclined to play them actually on curve 2 and 3 because we could potentially pull a Nightcrawler, we could potentially pull a Vision. Iron Fist is actually just as good here. So what do I want to do here? How do we want to do this? So I think we go like this. Do we hold Iron Fist? How do we sequence this? Do we do Coulson, then Fist to then play Devil Dino mid? As I say, I can't fucking talk today. So I mean that makes sense, right? To go Coulson, Iron Fist, Dino on 5, pop it over here. Ooh, this is a Galactus deck, isn't it? I'm not too thrilled about that, in all honesty. I'm not too thrilled about the Galactus. Though, they don't have any way to ramp, right? Well, here's the ramp. We need to draw arrow now, but then they can see. I actually like the Atuma here. And this is absolutely a Galactus deck, right? They're the ones that play Cloak. And then Daredevil sometimes shows up in them to see what they're doing on 5, because this is when they want to play Galactus anyway, for the most part, without Wave. I mean, the obvious play is to Galactus here, which makes our Shang-Chi pretty much donezo. Didn't draw, because we had a full hand, we didn't draw arrow, which there is a 25% chance we would have. But on the off chance they don't have it, I'm just going to play it out. Right? Yeah, they have a Galactus, right? I mean, I'm already infinite. I don't really care about gifting cubes here. Yeah, so there's Galactus. Which, do we have a way to even win? Because if they have, I mean, Tomb is huge for Null is the other unfortunate thing. If they have Death Null, we're fucked. That's straight up. That's all there is to it. That's where I wish I had Kang. I used to play a version of this deck that played Kang. Which, I mean, you can. You can find a way to make it fit. Honestly, Kang over Arrow could be okay, but then Arrow's pretty good against Galactus. I'm just going to retreat. They definitely have the death. And, I mean, even if they only have death, Well, I mean, if they have Death Shang-Chi, we lose, so. Okay, some more Devil Dino DarkHawk. Which I think is a really dumb way to call it. I mean, mine's not the greatest name ever. It's literally Satan's Pet Hawk. But I mean, I think it's kind of funny. DarkHawk getting hit by Icebox is a little unfortunate, but we can make that work. This is looking like an actual setup for a Dino Mystique Coulson thing going on, right? And I think we just keep playing out the Sentinels. And then we want to order it where on 5 we go... we go Coulson last. I mean, we have to anyway, right? Because Mystique on Dino. But if they have an arrow for Fist Tower, you know, that kind of thing. This is looking like a Shuri deck, right? Lizard doing nothing. Probably a Titania 0 thing or some shit. Okay. She-Hulk. It's not really too big of a deal. So now we're feeling okay about this. Captain Marvel. That's fine. That is actually pretty fine. And then we'll just Mystique Coulson. They don't really run any 3-drops, right? They run... I mean, Cosmo would absolutely wreck us here. There is no sugarcoating that. But do they have it first off, and then do they feel it fits into their plan? Because it's 3 energy. They have 3 left. They could go Titania, Sunspot, and then Float, but they'd have to have those in hand. They could theoretically go Armor, Mid, maybe to avoid a Shang-Chi. And look at that. They got nothing. They got nothing. You know, I mean, I think the deck is really good. I think you can climb with it pretty efficiently. Obviously, I climbed all the way to Infinite with it. But there's a caveat to that. This was in the middle ground of the nerfs and everything, right? Part of it I've climbed during the Thanos meta being pretty popular. And I still run into Thanos a little bit. But I feel like I run into Galactus and Shuri a lot more. Just even today, we ran into Shuri like 3 times, Galactus twice, maybe 3 times too. And we also ran into Negative twice, which is really weird. But yeah, the deck is really good. I'm not 1,000,000% sold on Maria Hill. I don't know if I would like that more than the Quinjet Moon Girl thing. I do think Moon Girl is a little awkward in the deck a lot of the times, and if you're running Moon Girl, you feel like you need to run Quinjet. And honestly, you could even get away with doing like She-Hulk stuff. There's definitely replacements for a lot of these cards if you're not pull 3 complete. And if you don't have DarkHawk, you can, get rid of the Korg Rock Slide DarkHawk package, of course, and lean a bit more into the Devil Dino, because it makes more sense that you might have Coulson, Maria Hill, and that kind of thing, as opposed to some of these other things. And then you can go into She-Hulk, Armor, things like that. But I think Dino in general, or DarkHawk decks in general, are both very good right now. I just feel like the best of the 2 decks is actually this marriage between them, because you get a nice lot of flexibility with Mystique being able to hit Dino or DarkHawk. So, yeah. Love the deck.